Yeah, folks, I understand there's outrage around the country about the we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. 9:14 a.m. Josh, show them all the media all the ways they can follow the show. Send me messages at any time, 24/7. There you go. I understand there's outrage around the country about the detentions or the ICE facility on the border where the American flag was taken down and the Mexican flag was raised in its place. I understand that outrage. I share that outrage, okay? I understand, putting Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in her place by a border agent that says, hey, separating children, okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Separating children, guess what, folks? In America today, if there's a law enforcement pulls over a car, if there's any reason to arrest the adult in the car, no matter what the reason may be, and there's children in the car, the law enforcement will call for somebody to come take the children and separate the children, whether you like it or not. Now, we understand, I also understand, and this is part of this segment because we're going to get to Paul Ryan. This is where I want to go. It's more important to me. I also understand that Talib, whatever her name, cried Friday at the Kids in Cages show. It said, stop calling them illegal. They're not illegal. They're people seeking asylum. It's, they're tearful. All this bull crap they brought, okay? And they're under the American flag. Look, folks, we have ports of entry, okay? There are places you go and seek asylum that you legally seek asylum. If you tried to cross in any other area than a port of entry for asylum, do not call yourself an asylum seeker because you got caught. You realize if they don't get caught, they're not asylum seekers. They keep moving along through your country. Remember the ones that get. So if you have crossed the border in an area outside of trying to come through the legal channel, you are illegal. So quit crying. We understand all that. We get all that. I'm with you. But, okay, this is important. I want to win back the House of Representatives, okay? Number 61. Paul Ryan said he made a deal with the devil, right? Made a deal with the devil, okay? And history will not be kind to who held Mussolini's jacket. Can you believe you get up in the United States of America and the man right there next to Paul Ryan, that little chump, he's a chump, okay? Paul Ryan. It's just a man who loves this country, red and yellow, black and white. They did not play any of the social media. I got to tell you, we're going to be blacked out. Maybe we're not allowed to use the word blacked out of all the media. Remember, they made fun of Trump's internet, okay, social media. Remember, they made fun of his social media gathering last week, right? And said all over the major networks, how can you have a social media, roundtable without inviting Twitter, Facebook, and the big ones, right? That was the intention. Go look up, take your time and go look up President Donald Trump's social media roundtable, okay? Who are the two black ladies that are always, what's their names? I love them. They're hilarious. They got their start, the two black ladies. I forget who they are, but they were there. You don't see any pictures. Okay? You don't see Sebastian Gorsuch like telling off the Playboy / CNN reporter. Okay? But hey, I'm moving along. There's a book out. Paul Ryan said, history will not be kind to who holds Mussolini's jacket. That's what they're calling this guy. And that's a quote. Mussolini's jacket. They're calling this guy Mussolini. Now, did you know that Paul Ryan had a speech in his pocket on election night? Now, I don't know the words of the speech, but he had a speech in his pocket on election night to go out and give after Hillary Clinton won presidency. Now, obviously, you know, you got two speeches. That's not uncommon, okay? You got the speech prepared when you win the Super Bowl, and you got the speech prepared for when you lose the Super Bowl. You got the shirts ready for the winners. You got the shirts ready. I get it. But Ryan was ready and had the speech ready to come out, congratulate Hillary Rodham Clinton. Let this soak into your damn brain this morning. He was ready to come out, congratulate Hillary Rodham Clinton. He was ready to call Trump a black mark on my words, but these are what's coming out. It's in this book. He was ready to come out and call Trump a black stain, a bad time for the Republican Party. He was going to ask all Republicans to try to heal from this disaster of a candidate that Republicans ran. I'm serious. Kindly beg Hillary and Democrats forgiveness and look forward to working with them in Congress. Oh yeah, Paul Ryan, this piece of garbage. And guess what? Wisconsin, Trump, Pennsylvania, Trump, he had to put the speech back in his pocket. He was all ready to come out and trash. Not say we lost and we look forward to working for the American people, blah, blah, blah. He was ready to trash this man. This was a nightmare for Paul Ryan. The only thing he could do was rush somebody in. Anytime he rushed Priebus in immediately. You got to be on the inside. We got to know what the hell this guy's doing. So let's go to, first of all, well, let me get that. Let's go to, this is this guy, number 62, another book, right? Number 62. Paul Ryan, Deal with the Devil, American Carnage by Tim Alberta. Okay? MSNBC loved him. 7 o'clock this morning, baby. They put him up there. Number 63. No, they're running that all over the media this morning. But forget the press conference. Go back. Let's go to the video. That last one I told you about, Josh. Let's go there. All right.
We had a couple of very good decisions. We had one bad decision. It's very tough. Again, Paul Ryan let us down. Paul Ryan was a terrible speaker. Frankly, he was a baby. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. The wall let us down. Now, in all fairness, the problem with during when we had both houses, in the Senate, you need 60 votes. Well, we don't have 60 votes. We had 51 last time. Now we have 53 because we won during the 2018 election, which nobody wants to say. Just so you understand. So the wall is being built. We had one setback. We had one tremendous victory. And I had a tremendous victory that was very rarely covered by the press. 2 days ago, I won the emoluments case. That was the biggest case of them all. I won the emoluments case. People don't know that by being president, I lose billions of dollars by my being president, and especially in money I can't make because I don't do deals. But I lose billions of dollars. But another thing, I get a salary of $400,000 or $450,000 a year. I don't think any other president's ever given up. It's a lot of money, almost $500,000. I give it up. I don't think I've ever seen anybody say I give up my salary. I'm not looking for credit, but I give up my salary. I get zero. I get zero. But you know what makes me happy? That we're doing a great job. And I want to thank Alex Acosta. He was a great, great secretary. Iran better be careful. They're treading on very dangerous territory. Iran, if you're listening, you better be careful. Thank you.
Well, before we go to Paul Ryan, Iran, if you're listening, you better be careful. This 30-minute press conference just really put in a box all the reasons I support this president of the United States. And he has tried everything to try to unite this country. It's the racist media that is. Let's go back to 61. Let me just say this couple more things. Paul Ryan, terrible Speaker of the House, okay? Now, if memory serves me right, and I'll flip around here, we went from Dennis Hastert. Republicans, I think we went from Dennis Hastert. Okay. Wow. Let's move right along. All right. Then our next Republican, if my memory serves me right, is John Boehner. Oh my God, this gets worse. And then our next 2000, we swept in 2010, the House. That was John Boehner. Then our next was Paul Ryan. Now I don't have his picture, but McCarthy cannot be Speaker of the House. Two things we have to do. We have to win, okay? We have to win the next election, period. When we win the next election, and take back the House of Representatives, we need a Speaker of the House. They've tried to destroy the Freedom Caucus. They've tried to dismember it and bring it down. But we need a Jim Jordan or someone of that level to be the next Speaker of the House. So this is the time that we need to, A, get President Trump reelected, B, win back the House of Representatives, C, increase our lead in the Senate, and D, make sure we have a Speaker of the House. Now, Mitch McConnell, yeah, I'd like to get rid of him, but make sure we have a Speaker of the House, not McCarthy. That has to be clear this morning. Second, the question of why didn't you look at the subpoenas? Okay, Nancy is supporting and putting out these subpoenas over and over to keep this thing alive of subpoena. I think she's going to subpoena Stormy Daniels. I don't know who all they subpoenaed, right? Now keep in mind when you say Republicans had the House of Representatives, okay? And they didn't, why didn't they do this and that? Paul Ryan did not support subpoenas. Nancy Pelosi is handing subpoenas out like candy for, on these committees, when they want a subpoena, they have to go through the House, they have to go through Nancy. Okay? Same thing, when you had all these other committees that were listening and investigating, they had to go through Paul. Paul didn't hand out the subpoenas, just look at it like Nancy. Paul wouldn't hand out the big subpoenas that you needed. So he is a piece of garbage. I agree with the president. I know you get mad. Well, do you have to go? Yeah. These people are deep state, very deep state, and he tried everything he could in 2 years to bring the president down, and he actually knew what he was doing. He campaigned against President Trump and the Congressional House. Yes. He did everything he could to quietly leave. He did nothing to help Republicans keep the House. Paul Ryan let us down. The president is right. Terrible. Terrible. Paul Ryan's a baby. He was a baby. He just was. They put Rice Priebus in there, and Trump went through about a year and a half of kicking him, all the people. Listen, there is a, let me put it like this. There's a situation right now where it involves someone that has an enormous amount of money that I've been watching. Okay, enormous amount of money. The individual decided to invest an enormous amount of money. Everybody came to the individual, in my opinion, and for the first 2 years said, well, you've got an enormous amount of money. I just want to screw you any way I can. I'm not really here to do anything. And my opinion is the individual is starting to filter through the garbage and the bad people and is starting to get rid of them and bring in people that actually are not there just to screw him out of his money. That's my opinion. Let me tell you something. Paul Ryan is a nothing in my book. It's time for a Speaker of the House. And that's what happened to Trump for a year and a half. You had all these people that were just patting him on the back. Paul Ryan is Speaker of the House, as Speaker of the House, was terrible. Our next speaker cannot be Paul Ryan. By the way, quick shout out. Let me get the name and come back. We're going to take just the short break because we got to go at 10:10 on Mondays or 9:50 on Mondays to get ready for Lauren Hill and Dave Garner with Instant Replay. Take a short break, Josh.